Yeah.
Nice to hear from you. What's going on, sir?
Yeah. So we received a complaint a couple days ago, and I had a chat with King in regards to it. I believe he was going to run it up.
You're a real jerk.
Are you aware about the situation over at the Vanilla Unicorn?
Yeah, I put my statement in the command report already.
Oh, where's that?
The command report, the complaint.
Let me see.
Didn't you tell King to make sure everybody got their statements?
I did.
Well, I did it immediately.
That is strange. Okay. So
What's strange?
well, Carmella came in to file a FOIA request
For what?
for the incident
God damn it.
Or what incident?
at the Vanilla Unicorn.
There was no incident at the Vanilla Unicorn.
I see.
Like why we were there? Is that what you're saying? People were just there hanging out. It wasn't an incident. Like people were just there.
Okay. Okay.
People getting lap dances.
Right.
People throwing money.
Let me take a look at this. Oh, okay. I didn't see this one. This is a new one. So there's like 4 documents on this now. This is great. All right. So let me see. So did he, so it says at the top of this one that you're referencing, Bison, came brought to my attention by Bison that Carmella was looking for to FOIA a report. Is there?
She never. Why would I know anything about a report?
Well, no. Well, that's kind of why I'm bringing it up, right? So what happened was, she came in to FOIA a report. Has it not been so what was communicated to you? It sounds like you might be missing some context.
No, that Carmella made a complaint about Alana, and
okay.
I did see that she told Bison she wanted to FOIA something. But the only thing that her and I talked about, which is in my 3-paragraph statement, that she wanted to file an official complaint, or I don't know if she used those words, it's in my statement, but about Alana. She wanted to file. It's okay. She wanted to file a complaint against Alana, and she asked who the highest on duty was right now, and I told her Captain Crystal Clear to give her a call if she wanted to file an official complaint against Alana.
Was this a separate conversation?
Separate from what?
So she spoke to Bison. She spoke to you as well, or?
Bison was never there when I was there.
Oh, you're saying, okay, the day of the incident.
I was just there.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just there's no incident. You keep saying incident. People were just hanging out at the Vanilla Unicorn, getting lap dances. Officers were in and out. It was just like a lot of people. It was after Carmella's expungement.
Well, just to be clear here, when I use the word incident, I'm using the
incident.
The occurrence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because King kept asking me what brought us to the Unicorn. I said Twatter. People were on Twatter talking about the VU. I didn't have a car because somebody stole it from the courthouse, so I was running on foot and ended up going to the Vanilla Unicorn. With I had Hydra with me, Officer Hydra.
I got you. Do you know who's handling this situation?
Apparently you.
No. Wait, how would I be handling it?
Oh no, King. Well, King is the one dealing with Alana.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So he asked me to put my state. Can you guys get out of my asshole? I'm trying to have a fucking conversation. Sorry. Holy fuck. People are so fucking nosy.
Okay.
King is dealing with the Alana stuff.
Okay, so he's full. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's dealing with the Alana stuff. I put my statement in because I guess because King thought Alana was on duty and like all this stuff because she's not been around. blah blah blah. I just said I'll put my statement in. It wasn't like that. Alana was there, but she was dressed as a stripper. I thought she was, I thought she was actually hanging with Carmella because they all, like 10 girls dressed the same. They all, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they were like talking about Pred and.
Are they dressed
like strippers?
Okay, not appropriate, but
what? Well, but
sorry.
What
continue.
do you mean not like you give a fuck? Anyway, they were stripping. Carmella is a stripper. Okay, she got expunged.
Look, wow.
No, she literally said it in court that's what she wants to be expunged so she could be a legal stripper and not have, felonies and stuff. Since when is being a stripper so degrading?
I mean, look, I didn't know how you're using that phraseology, so so
I didn't call her a whore. I mean, what do I lady of the night? That would probably be worse.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you about to get dealt
so
with right now.
I got a complaint from Carmella. I forwarded her to the LSPD.
Yeah.
Why? Because this isn't really something for us to look into. But she was looking for a FOIA. And so it sounds like King is going to be doing it because... Give me a second here. Let me just pull up the reports because there's a bunch of these. There is the Deke Magnum report, right?
Deke wasn't there.
Are you aware of the other reports? It doesn't sound like it. So do me a favor because I think you might be missing a shitload of content.
But what you're not. So, what you're saying, all the reports you're talking about happened well after everybody was gone from the VU. Does that make sense? So I don't know what
it does, and that's why I'm letting you know because you're the captain of the LSPD, right? Search for Carmella under reports real quick so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Do you see Deke Magnum 12/1/2025?
Yes.
And then there's Alan Key 12/1/2025. So my only relationship to any of this, and the only thing I'm asking here, like whatever happened inside or whatever, like whatever. I don't really particularly care about that. She came to us because she wanted to file a complaint, right? I directed her to LSPD because she wanted to press charges, and if she's going to do that, she would need to FOIA the incident, right? And when I say incident, I mean the situation, which means, PD provides her with whatever information occurred in regards to what happened inside the VU, right? So she's called me and said, hey, I'm trying to get this. I can't get it. And that's why I'm contacting you.
And
who
has she talked to? Does she say who she's talked to?
I have no idea. That's why I'm speaking with you, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
and so
I mean, if I'm involved, I wouldn't be the one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And the reason I'm asking is we've got a report from Deke Magnum. We got one from Alan Key. The Deke Magnum one was upgraded by someone in Shift 3 from a report to a fucking senior report. I don't know how to put this in any other way. Someone in PD should probably look at this because this is turning very bad.
Why does Decker have a 3-paragraph statement?
Now do you see what I'm pointing at? Please.
No, I've seen I've seen all the linked ones, and I'm like, she's obviously just going to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, which is fine. I don't care. I don't know why the fuck Maple upgraded it to a senior report when Key already made a command report. So basically, this report that Deke took should still be a report, my statement could be added to it. I guess she could have my, you know what I mean? Like my official statement.
Well,
I don't give a fuck.
There's a bigger issue here.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, look, we just got done with the Bill Mays Ruby situation, right?
Yeah.
And once again, there is a command report with statements and now a report that was turned into a senior report, right? And so if someone comes through and is asking for a report, and they can't be found by a member of law enforcement, right? Because someone can come through and through a lawyer simply say, I am looking for a report about this incident at this location at this time and date, and law enforcement needs to provide it. And if there is none that was written, it needs to be written because they have the right to it.
It needs to be condensed to one report for her to FOIA, right? All her statements, which is fine.
Exactly.
And then the command report needs to stay. I know. I'm going to be honest. Yes. I don't know why the fuck dumb fuck Maple took it upon his shift 3 fucking having ass to promote something to a senior report when nobody even knows what the fuck he's doing. Okay, Knight? Right. I can't control every motherfucker, but this is brain dead. And I will talk to King in the morning to fix it.
So,
because holy fucking shit, I'm tired of lawsuits and the docket. You know? I am. I assure you.
Yeah, and I don't want to shut down the LSPD. And so
I will make sure that Carmella gets her lion ass report, okay? That she deserves, and that's fine. I did my statement the next day, so it's in there.
And if you feel like you're conflicted, I just need to know who to speak with, because King from my position, I'm looking at this literally 2 weeks after the whole shit show with Bill, right? And this seems like
what are you, Knight? What angle? Like what are you insinuating, Knight? What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating. I'm saying
you are insinuating. Just spit it out. I'm a big girl.
What?
Right. I gotta fix stupid. I will fix stupid, Knight. Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Let me make it a little bit more plain for you. The situation with Bill Mays and Ruby was a case that the judges ruled on, stating that evidence was put into a command report, right?
Right. That Ruby did.
And if a citizen is filing a report with the marshals and it's documented that she requested a FOIA, and we have not produced one, but instead the production of that evidence, which includes police statements, is in a command report and a senior report.
Who took the FOIA? Who took the FOIA request, Knight? I don't know.
That's why I'm bringing it up to a captain. Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, I'm literally. What do you want me to do here?
So she can't
fucking
tell
police?
You? I'm asking you. She's like, nobody's talking to me. Well, who the fuck did she talk to? Does she not have that in her phone? Like, I need to know who she talked to so I know who the fuck to yell at for getting her a goddamn FOIA. And why the fuck is Maple touching the motherfucker? That's my problem. I will deal with that. But I need to know who the fuck she talked to for the FOIA. I'm going to check the email.
How you guys handle it is fine. I am simply bringing it up to you. I'm simply bringing it up to y'all's attention that this happened, right?
Yep.
Because she followed up with me, and I went to go take a look, and I noticed the senior report and the command report, and I noticed that statements about the situation are not in a regular report, right? So if there's someone else I can speak to, I can certainly do that. I'm simply bringing it up to the
they're just gonna fuck it up even more. I'm gonna have to fix it.
Okay.
I'll work on getting it sorted and get King updated.
Okay. I did speak to King 2 days ago. He just wasn't around today. So
he told me
I don't even know if he's aware about this other one, because I only knew about the Deke one, and then this other one popped up. So
the Key and the Deke one were made the same day, I believe.
I spoke to Romello, I spoke to Tim, I spoke to I think 3 or 4 individuals when the complaint initially came in.
Yeah.
In fact, I called you as well. I think you must have been going off duty to figure out what the hell was going on.
It was 4 minutes apart.
Yeah. And so
these reports were made 4 minutes apart from each other. The Deke and the Keep report, by the way. Kind of weird.
let me see.
I don't know why they would do that. It didn't even need to be. I mean, a command report for notes, sure. But
I don't think these things were filled until later. Is what I'm guessing.
I woke up the next day to this report, and somebody was like, "Oh, the situation at the Vanilla Unicorn." I'm like, "What situation?" Because it, there wasn't anything that was like, "Oh my God," And then they said, "Well," it was, and then I was like, "If anything, it could have been Alana and Carmella were having words with each other." I think Alana posted something on Twitter, like, "Come to the fresh fish market," and posted a picture of the girls on Twitter or something.
Yeah, looking at this, looking at the history, it looks like the first report only had Carmella's statement in it, and then the next day, stuff was added, and then
Deke, and then Bison. Yeah, Bison didn't even have his statement in, because when I first looked at this, it was just Deke and Carmella, and so I didn't even have whatever the fuck.
Oh, and the second one quite literally just said Bison notes that she's looking for a FOIA. So one was initially a statement, and the other one was a notification of a FOIA request. And now it looks like there's two reports with a bunch of statements in it, one of which, was...
I'll basically need to I'll just put my I'll work on getting the statements into the one, and then downgrade this back to a regular report. I don't know why the fuck somebody I will deal with that. I'm gonna deal with it. Okay, I'll deal with it. We'll get her FOIA. I'll give her a call and let her know that I'm working on
Who
getting
runs
her FOIA
Shift 1 right now?
What do you mean, who runs it?
Like, is it like a collective of captains, or like, is there a Ruby equivalent in Shift 1?
You're telling me Jack Howardson couldn't use me? After all the shit he's
You're really funny, Knight. You know that?
You're
funny. You are a funny guy. You're funny. Really funny.
No, I'm...
and you realize this happened in Shift 2. You understand that happened in Shift 2, right? 10 p.m. at night is Shift 2, which is why there's 30 fucking reports all over God's creation. And then Shift 3 promoted it. So let's get that clear.
Look, this isn't meant to be a personal attack. Ruby is who I'm told I go to for Shift 2 stuff in the LSPD. So in Shift 1, what I'm asking here, is there a Shift 1 person? I quite literally don't know.
Anybody in high command.
Okay, any of them. So, all right.
I mean, you don't talk to me anymore, so if you want to talk to Jeb or Carmine, they're captains too.
When's the last time you called me?
When's the last time you called me, Knight?
I'm building up SASM. I'm a very busy guy.
It's just gotten worse ever since Pred became chief. You're just non-existent.
I'm here. I mean, I get phone calls all the time.
I don't know.
Do you want me to
ever
call
since
more?
you hit your head. Yeah, I mean, ever since you got shot in the head, you're just not the same.
I don't know what's changed. I'm confused. Yeah, I've gotten busier. Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, I'm building up a department. You know what I mean? I know
I had to
build from fucking 4 marshals into 21. I've got a 8-person academy this weekend. I've got the faceless up my ass. I just got done getting the charges pressed against Charles Danger and Bruce Baylor, which closed out yesterday. I saw that. GG's. Yeah. And then we have a shitload of fucking investigative work, right? On other government entities. Yeah, it's fucking busy.
Yeah, you have time to call Commander Ruby, but not Captain
because
Maxwell.
I was told
and then you have the audacity to ask who I am.
own words, okay, Ruby is the commander of Shift 2, and prior to that, it was communicated to me that Bill Mays was the commander of Shift 1.
No.
What? I'm only telling you what I was told, all right?
No.
And it was until, and quite literally over the course of a week, his responsibility and rank kept changing. It went from he's running shift 1 to he's a cadet with 2 bars to wait, no, he's running shift 1 now. Wait, no, now
not.
he is a full captain. I'm quite literally telling you.
He was never a captain.
Whether I talk to Carmine, whether I talk to Jeb, whether I talk to Pred, whether I talk to Rhodes, literally each one had a completely different story. So, you know, there is literally nothing that, like, what am I supposed to do, right?
No,
if people are telling me different things.
What? I mean, you could call me. It's not like you haven't known me for how long.
Okay, but,
you know?
okay, hypothetically, let's say I call you and you tell me something, and then Ruby tells me something, Rhodes tells me something else, and Pred says something else. Now what?
You tell Maxwell, can you get people to lock it the fuck in so we're on the same fucking page? I don't know. Maybe that. Because I haven't
Maxwell,
heard
that's not
anything
my
about
responsibility,
anything.
right?
What's not your responsibility?
Well,
what happened to communicating with departments and
I'm doing it. I'm doing it
Oh,
right
you're
now
talking
with the
to
Carmella
Ruby.
thing.
Right,
Yeah, but
because-
that's not
right.
my job to tell you what to do, right?
No, I'm not asking you to. But just like what Pred went back to, the communication part. You can't sit there and tell me that you've been talking to us about stuff.
It's funny you say that. We actually had a very long conversation, 3 hours long. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't invited, so.
Well, let's just say there was a lot of communication that happened.
Good.
And, you know, communication goes both ways.
Yes, I agree.
There are a lot of things that were said. And as much as, you know, I think communication with us is pretty good. We're speaking with your detective, right? And on our
I know
investigation.
you're fucking offering him a vest every time you talk to him.
Yeah, they're good. You know, I got to protect
Yeah,
them.
I know. So
But however,
keep
in
your
fact,
shit.
actually, we had a really good conversation. I said, hey, you literally shit on Opal, took away everything from her. You're holding it over your head. Stop being a lazy bitch and actually get your detective unit up in place and put Opal at the head. So, yeah, I did communicate some things.
Okay.
I also told him a week prior to that he was a lazy bitch. And if he wants communication, he needs to be awake for more than 4 hours a day. And as you can see, he's been around more. So, you know, I think it's working.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, this isn't the first time I've been dad. And as long as it works, you know, it seems like it's working. I just have to say it a very condescending way. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you've been dad for a few people. So that's, you know, you pick and choose. I get it. It's okay. Anyway.
Are you asking me to be your daddy? I'm confused here.
No.
Why are you saying that in a jealous tone?
Listen, I don't think I'd ever be down that low, but I appreciate that, you know,
if there are,
you think that I would.
If there is anything that you feel is not being communicated to you, you can always pick up the phone.
And I will.
I will say the same thing I told Pred, is that just think about this reasonably, right? And this isn't meant to be offensive, but y'all have like fucking 8 captain command members, right? And for some reason, shift 1 and 2 haven't been communicating, and I know this for a while because initially, even going back to the DPD, not DPD, the DTF stuff, I would communicate with my, you know, counterpart. And I think it's reasonable to expect that that counterpart then goes and disseminates the information, right? Just like if you told me something, I'm going to disseminate it to the people below me, which happens, right? So
you're
monitor.
talking to Ruby and she's not telling us shit. Is that what you're saying?
I'm using that as an example. That was a problem.
But that's
2 months
what's
ago.
happening because you're talking to her and she's not telling us anything.
No, don't jump to conclusions here. That was 2 months ago.
Okay.
But today, the problem is worse because that issue was resolved, right? And it was resolved when me and Ruby and I put together a document that had all the information in it. Now, yeah, I will continue speaking to Ruby on Shift 2 matters, right? But in the
She's
same
the
way,
commander of LSPD, though, not just Shift. You understand that,
no,
right?
no,
Like, she
and
is
that was resolved. Yeah, we got
the
that
commander
clarity out.
of the whole PD. Okay.
Okay, so she is above everyone, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, easy.
She's
So,
Commander Ruby. She is above captains. She is below the Ash Chief.
So, like, the situation, going back to what I was saying, is there's Pred, there's Rhodes, there is Ruby, and then there's a ton of captains, right? At some level, there should be an understanding that people need to communicate up and people need to communicate down. So if there are certain topics that are discussed with different captains, you know, they probably need to do what they need to do internally to their department to make sure that information goes around, right?
You're right, and I will bring that issue up with the department because obviously.
What do you think is not being communicated? Is there an example?
We know nothing about fucking nothing, Night. Nothing about hey,
like what?
There
Just
might be
give
an
me
attack
example.
coming. There
We don't
might
know
be
about
fucking
attacks until they
tanks
happen.
today.
We don't know that.
Listen,
till it
I
happens.
know how Faceless works. Okay, I worked with Opal for a lot of months.
Mhm.
Whenever things were happening with them, sometimes you got a tip off. Darkstone will let you know XYZ. So you can't tell me you don't know even the same day that something they may be transporting something. Those types of little things are not being communicated with LSPD, and if they are, they're not to anybody in Shift 1, 100% at all, or to the chief, which is a problem. Because our mayor was pissed off.
Hold on.
We didn't know things were happening.
Last time I spoke to Faceless stuff to Pred, he said he didn't give a shit. And he reiterated that in to me and Frost in our high command meeting. So now that's not to say we're gonna
LSPD not knowing anything is okay.
Well, I never said that, right? I'm simply telling you he has no interest, right? But the second, so I can understand if some of those things are being, you know, not bled down, but that in turn means, you know, who's your point of contact then, right? The second issue.
You can call me. I don't understand why. Like
So
all of a sudden you
wanna
don't
be
know
in the
who I
loop.
am.
You want to be in the loop.
I want the department in the loop, and if I'm the only one that gives a fuck, then I need to be in the loop. I can't make people give a fuck, you know.
Okay,
but the
so-
PD needs to be aware of things. So when the mayor's like, "Well, we don't have a fucking mayor now," which is great, but you know, there's no communication at all. When somebody's like, "Oh, what's going on with this?" Now, I have no fucking idea. None. Not my detectives don't know. Nobody knows anything.
What do you mean? Aaron is intricately involved.
No, and she can't share. You know, how does she know what she can share? She's not high command. You get what I'm saying? Like,
There's like, what is there to share?
people.
I think.
Oh, right.
Wait, hold on. Let's, because we kind of hyper change
Yeah,
topics
we're
here,
all over
right?
the place. I know.
I don't know how we got to the topic of communication, because this is the same thing I heard parroted from Pred, but in the same light, there was no examples, right?
Just gave you an example.
No, I'm getting there. When you say faceless, right? Is there a particular faceless situation you're unaware of? The reason I bring that up is the last time we dealt with the faceless was a week and a half ago when I was stabbed. And that situation is handled by all three departments. And there's reports
because
on
they
it.
only because they responded.
No, that's not true.
Prior to that,
hold on. No,
night.
We have to go one by one, right? Because like, listen, I need to understand the situation, right? But that requires understanding what occurred, and then seeing what the resolution is. So all 4 incidents that week not only involved all 3 departments, but all our regular reports, right? And
how did they come into that?
All 4 of those incidents happened in the moment. The first incident, I did a random traffic stop. And it turned out that there were fucking faceless agents with a bunch of high-tech equipment. The second incident was during the apprehension of Matthew Colby. That situation also is a regular report. And guess who found him? Aaron Carter, right? And that was once again an operation that was done with like 10 units, all 3 departments. It was a normal report. We pulled over the vehicle. We didn't find out till afterwards it was Matthew Colby, and we went to go get him. The third time a vehicle pulled up on me, turned into a chase, turned out to be the same guys, and then the fourth time, they picked me up, and quite literally, this was known to everyone on Channel 1. So these weren't things like we got some manual that said, hey, faceless shit's happening today.
I get that. I'm not saying specifics, Knight. I'm just saying in general, like,
okay.
Just a, like, even
you guys
the
gotta
inclusion
ask
of
too,
stuff.
though. Empty,
and I will.
Closed mouths
That's what
don't
it,
get fed.
I will, and I will do that.
Like, if you feel like you're like, hey, what's going on with this thing?
Yeah, I don't
you
care
have to be the one asking, because I'm
and
going to presume that that high command and LSPD is number one communicating with each other, including but not limited to, hey, these things happen, right? And the second thing is, if there's something you want more information on, which may or may not exist, call the director and say, hey, what's the latest on this thing? Otherwise, I have to be a mind reader and, you know, assume y'all aren't reading some stuff and want to know something, but I don't know that, right?
I don't care to know. I'm trying to get away from people. I think it's just a level of like.
Do I need to be the commissioner?
I fucking voted for your ass, okay? I voted for you to be the director.
I think this is
because
the solution.
I was tired of pussy marshals not doing their fucking job, Knight.
Yeah,
okay?
and I got rid of the mayor and fucking Bruce Baylor. You know what I mean?
I know, which is great.
And now we're going under multiple law enforcement. So
great.
Yeah.
Right. And strippers that are reporting dumb shit, you know, which is fun, sure. And that's anyway. I'll be calling you more. Okay? So be prepared for that. Because I'm just gonna crawl
saying it like
up your
I have
ass.
a problem with you calling me. I feel like this goes back to the Oxby situation, where Oxby on his own accord, and this is documented, was made per your own high command to be the lead for LSPD on a faceless thing.
Yeah.
And he was brought in with 3 other individuals. It was Maeve and Bean for BCSO. It was Oxby for LSPD. And then 3 detectives. And he asked 15 minutes prior to your arrival, do we bring everyone in? And I said, not yet. We're going to make some decisions, and then we're going to call everyone in. So it's not, 15 people yapping. And then he, on his own volition, waited for you to arrive and then told you, he doesn't want you here yet. Instead of, I don't know, not saying anything, because who gives a fuck if you arrived, right? And then Fred trying to convince you that I hate you. And I feel like it goes back to that. I'm going to be honest.
Or if you have things to say, I just feel like, you can say them to my face.
No, it was literally, give me one LSPD, give me one BCSO, right?
Right, and I already cleared this up with you and told you. Okay. Oxby told me we're going to this
he did
meeting.
some rat shit.
Okay, and I purposefully didn't go to this thing with Peters, who then's like, oh, you're too good for TRT now. Can't even do ops with us.
No,
and I'm like,
I know why
sorry.
you didn't arrive.
Yeah.
And Peters, that was the second reason, because I was aware of that operation. That's why Crane was running this one and Peters was running that one. And why Peters wasn't at this one. Even Peters was like, why didn't I get to go to this one? It's like, bro, you already had something else going on. Like, we're going to tell you to drop that other situation. Like, people need to be more, I'm just going to be honest. This ain't Walmart, right? We're adults. We work a professional job.
Yep.
And, you know, if
I know.
people
Listen, that's why I was
need
bowing
something,
out.
they have
I don't
to
give
ask.
a fuck.
Right?
Yeah, I don't yeah, it was that was very disrespectful. I understand that it wasn't you who said tell Maxwell to fuck off, even though it was perceived that way. I understand that it was Oxby and it was like
Hell, his
really,
damn wife was demanding shit and saying all kinds of wild shit about us. And motherfucking Oxby let us in the damn house.
oh my god.
I had to go like, yo, did you ask your husband? And she felt offended. I'm like, brother,
Oh my
like
God.
he literally lives there. That we believe that there's a fucking dead person getting executed. One of the homeowners' roommates lets us in, and you think it's a fucking some other dumb shit. Like, I don't know what's going on, but you know.
I don't know. Yeah, people are spending stuff night. I really don't care. Like, I hope you understand.
I understand you
care.
don't,
I
but
really
I'm
don't.
explaining why it's probably happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No.
And
I think
it's including, but not. I mean, let's use the most latest example about communication.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from Opal yesterday. She was upset that y'all were working the danger case. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know how that was communicated? To my new rookie that doesn't have access to 90% of the reports.
Wait, who was it? She communicated that to him yesterday?
Yeah, and the actions were already done. Right now, now I will say this: Opal, Opal's fine. We already spoke to her. I explained to her that it was a special operation, and certain special operations, there's like maybe 3 people that know about it. Because how do I put this?
It's so hard.
Because some of the SASM operations run deeper than you may recognize.
I get that.
And people leak, people talk, people notice reports pop up in the subpoena channel and start reading it and then start talking about it. And then things start to happen. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, something was said. He was spooked a while ago. But the shit being said yesterday, obviously I'm the one who signed her subpoena, and I'm like, and then that being said, I'm like, what the fuck? No?
Yeah.
People leak fucking everything. But
Wait,
also
what got leaked?
Well, Opal said something. I'll have to talk to her again. She said something yesterday before I signed, or the day before when I signed the subpoena, about Danger doing something. And I said,
the rentals and a bunch of, there's a lot of things that he was doing.
I think he knew though. I think the
only reason I bring up the Danger situation, right, is Opal did the right thing. And she called me and she said, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I spoke to her about it and I told her what was going on. She was satisfied.
Yeah.
But in that conversation, she made a very valid point, which is the same point I'm concerned with, which was, you know, we can start getting into roads violation situations if everyone and their mother starts doing things unilaterally, right? Which is why.
How do we fix that?
Well, first, y'all need a detective unit, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I'm literally
Opal and Aaron are leading the unit.
I'm only telling you the conversation that I had with Pred. Yeah. I told him when it comes to these investigations, he needs a detective unit. He literally ran on it. And until he put someone like Opal on it, which hopefully he finally did, because as of yesterday, she didn't know that. So maybe this happened today. I don't know. We do not have an avenue to speak to a detective that would be in the know so that there's information sharing. Now, the reason I bring that up is I said, do you know what Carmine is working on? She wasn't even aware of that. Right? So this communication thing runs deeper than just marshals and LSPD.
Yeah, and I don't know what Opal's talking about. She knew she was helping lead the detective stuff. I'd have to dig the date. It was at least a week ago.
It's fine. Maybe it wasn't super clear to her. I'm
yeah,
not
but
making this
those are
Opal.
going to be your contacts, though. Just so you know, Aaron and Opal, 100%, the only fucking two at the top.
I'm bringing
Everybody
this
else,
up as an example that another member of your high command is probably YOLO interrogating and pulling records that not even your detectives know.
Nobody's doing shit.
He has already pulled them. I literally look at reports.
Oh, you're talking about Carmine?
Yes.
Okay. You're right. Carmine is doing stuff.
So, which is fine.
He's part of the unit, but he's supposed to be part of the unit too.
He needs to also be communicating with Opal, right?
Yep. No, I agree.
And the last thing I heard is that LSPD is going to do it themselves. So I don't know how you want me to crack that.
Do what themselves?
These investigations.
Oh.
So now you tell me, as the director of the marshals, hearing a fucking that thinks he's chief, walked into the fucking legislative meeting, goes, "Hey, guys, is this the city council?" To which we then explained to him that system changed 2 years ago, to which he then went on to explain how the government should work, who didn't understand what the roads violation was, and is telling me, the director, he doesn't want his people working with us. So where does that leave me when it comes to communication? I have to secretly speak to your detectives so that neither side fucks anything up.
I think Fred just wants transparency. I don't think he wants to cut everything off, but it has felt that way with operations happening. Again, nobody knowing, oh, there's shit going down today.
Fucking shit. I'm not taking that as an excuse.
But I'm telling you, that's what.
You
and
know,
I mean, I don't mean the last 2 weeks. I mean the last month.
You know what else came in that conversation? He goes, "Y'all should have handed over the Bruce Baylor case to us."
Huh.
So,
and that's his opinion. I don't have an issue with, I understand what you're, I think the concern is, Knight, that there's going to be no, like, you guys are going to take all the big investigation.
Like what?
And then and generally speaking,
I might become the dictator tomorrow, right? I already reminded him who gave him that job. I fucking got rid of Turner. You know what I mean?
I miss Nino.
I had that
he would
secret
take
meeting
care of your he'd wipe you the fuck out.
And I got
he would
Turner.
wipe you out. He'd wipe your ass out.
See, anyway. Why is this fuck me? Is anything I am saying invalid, right?
No, but you cannot sit there and act like you have not purposefully not included people in LSPD with information for whatever reason. And you could have sent any of your 25.
The 3-hour conversations.
You spun the Miller shit so hard, Knight. You're such a dick for even bringing it up. You spun that shit. I swear on my own parents, all right, that I sat with this guy for 3 hours, okay, with every little bit of information I had. And the next day, he's saying I'm hiding shit from him. And then it turns out what he said I was hiding was Lucian's name, which I had never heard once. And then I learned 2 weeks later from the guy that he told Miller his name. So I don't know what I spun. Well, he doesn't investigate anymore, Knight, okay?
Yeah, I know.
You sucked the rest of his fucking investigative bone out of him. The poor kid, okay? Back to driving fast cars and whatever the fuck.
He fucking
sucked it out of him.
He got Brandy. You should be more concerned with what he did to Brandy. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. She trusts me.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm the one that got the phone call from Ruby, who said that Brandy didn't want to do this anymore because of X, Y, and Z. I mean, I didn't do that.
Because it's overwhelming for new people learning
and
these
that's
things.
Fine. And that's why she needed support, right?
I know she did.
I mean, and going back to the same equation of like Aaron and Opal do all your court cases isn't exactly the best option either.
And Gravy and Oxby, they're the only ones that do anything for shift 2. So
you mean
let's bring that up.
Babylonian case?
That's not they do all the court cases for shift 2. They literally do. They are the Oakland Aaron. Do you know what happened with the new
Babylon case?
They're talking about the Babylon 11, the murders, where Jimbo
do you know
died?
what happened with that?
I know that there was a shit ton of
You don't know the T on it.
wait, what T? You talking about where Lang turned himself in?
No.
I know that, but no, I did not work that case. I was just there in support of it. But
you know who did work that case?
Gravy, Oxby, Aaron,
Oh.
and Opal at the end.
Yeah. Is that what they told you?
That's what I was told.
You know
I
what
was
actually
told that
happened?
you guys didn't do shit. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
So now, ask me explain to me when
Now I don't.
70% of the reports written by marshals and BCSO, when I led the scene, when McNulty took it over inside New Babylon, when Rooker actually fixed all the evidence that was missing, alongside Opal. Opal did it until I think about 5 p.m. Rooker continued until 10 a.m. into the next morning. And then, what's his name? Blunt wrote up the entire fucking docket posting and gave it to V.
Yeah, see,
And then you know how it was posted? You know how it was posted? They took
No.
off BCSO and they took off both Rooker and Blunt. I swear to God.
What?
He's got the documents. He wrote it all.
Why? But why? Why did he
Because
post
Fred
it?
wanted them off the case.
He
Listen,
had to have
I'll
been
show
saying
you
that
the
you guys weren't
documents.
doing anything.
He did. He did.
Did you ask? He said he had to have said. you
Yeah,
weren't
he
doing
claimed
anything
we
for
didn't
that
do
to happen.
anything. Blunt literally wrote it and found out the next day that they took his entire docket posting, changed just Lang's charges, and posted it up. Now, this isn't on V, right? This isn't on Oxby. They're going to follow order.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But even more so, Oxby told me that he knew nothing about it and he got thrown on it. V was appreciating that Blunt helped him through all the stuff, right?
Right.
And then, you know what else had to happen? I had to tell V and Oxby to call Pred because that dumb fuck forgot to put all the interrogation tapes up, which is why his last post is him just putting it all on there. So V did, and V, Rooker, Opal, Aaron, and Blunt did most of the work. Maeve as well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But, you know, when it comes to like working together, right? I hope you understand this wasn't a one-way streak. It's like this is despite some of those things happening, right?
Right.
At a certain point, it becomes, you know, predatory, right?
Listen, I don't know what you and him have going on, okay? But it's causing a lot of friction across the board.
Hey, have a chat with Frost. He was in the car with the last conversation we had. After which he claimed he's going to kill me, which I told him, yeah, no, he did. And I had to remind him that
I talked to you more than Frost, for the record, and we never, me and you
like I
hardly
said,
ever
I got a
talk,
witness, right? Same conversation. He actually wanted to bring danger to this meeting, the high command meeting.
Wow.
Yeah. So, look, I get it, right? Listen, Pred's a good friend of mine, right?
I know.
But Sanguine fucked him up. You have to understand that deep down, he's a shitlord like me.
I know.
The thing is, I
That's
hold
why
in
he's
my
perfect for
shitlordery.
chief. Let's be real. If it was anybody else, you would just, we would be fucking dead.
He gives me content. I'm going to be honest.
I know. And you both are great for me, but I do miss Nino. What the fuck? There's no gas pump. Can't get gas. All right.
I'm trying to say here, it's a two-way streak, right?
I know.
And
I know
if you want to see change, at some level, you got to demand it out of your high command too, right?
Right. But listen, Knight, okay? All this, we're adults. If you have a bone to pick with me, pick it with me.
I don't have a damn bone with you. Bone to pick with you. Since when have I had a bone to pick with you?
I know Pred stirs, but I'm just saying, okay? You're right. Between
it's
those
not
two
stirring
incidents,
when you
can't act
when
like
someone takes my, marshals off a case they've worked on, right?
No, I understand that, but did you communicate that, hey, this is crazy? Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean?
Yes, he said LSPD did the work.
I'm aware of that. but I wasn't aware of who wrote it.
Yeah, I told him.
But you don't tell me anything.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? He's the damn chief of police.
No, but it still would be nice to know like what's actually going on. So if there are lies happening, people know the truth.
What else about to tell you?
Okay.
Oh, let's talk about the cover up with Bill Mays.
What? Wait, what cover up?
Oh my God.
Wait, what cover up?
You probably don't even know about this.
Bye. Good night. Oh, what cover up? What are you talking about? I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. I really probably don't want to know.
Yeah, are you sure you don't want to know this? I can't explain it for another week. Oh, it's bad. You guys got lucky. I fucking saved shift too. Fred won't believe it, but I know what I did, and it's all on fucking recording.
Can we talk about the bigger issue, though? One thing I do know.
Pretty big issue.
No, well, no, I'm not. I don't mean it like that. I just mean the fact that yes, a cover up is a huge problem, but I also was told, allegedly, that a justice was sifting through our command reports. Okay, that is a fucking problem, which tells me that the justice could be reading your fucking marshal reports if they have access to them, like a newspaper.
They can.
I think we recently took access from them to see our command reports. Okay, but the justices brought up to Mays, the gate specifically brought it up to Mays.
I can't go into details about it, but I am aware of what you're referencing.
But that is, listen, Knight, I'm telling you, I know people do stupid stuff. I know people do corrupt stuff, blah, blah, blah. There is a lot, I will go so far for little things. But this type of corruption to me is people won't ever want to work this job if their work is constantly just getting leaked to people. It's impossible to do our job, and it's not fair. You mean almost
like when a marshal goes and tries to investigate alleged wrongdoing and law enforcement collaborate with the story and start taking action despite being explicitly told that there's an active investigation?
Which situation is that?
Well, just some of the things we deal with.
Yeah, why?
I'm saying I recognize it, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Which
that just
on
really
the bright side,
and I'm not saying the other stuff isn't bad.
Those things have happened, and we have it documented. And the good thing is, I'll tell you how we're solving it is there's a constitutional change coming around the corner, which effectively is going to lead to a lot of investigative tools that marshals are going to have, so that if there is things like corruption, we'll be able to effectively stop people from. It's a whole thing. It's going to solve that problem, and in turn, it will solve the government corruption that you're referencing. Because in theory, let's say someone did something like you just said, right?
Yeah.
If I went to a judge and I'm like, you need to tell me what happened, they can be like, I'm going to go call an attorney and I'm going to go work with the other justices and cover it up, and you can't do anything because there's no way to, that's not going to be able to happen anymore, right? So and trust me, I'm aware of the situation you're talking about, and there are a lot of these situations. Obviously, you understand I can't discuss them, but it is not only well documented, but there are things coming that will resolve that. Because I mean, you get what I'm saying, right? If people are collaborating to hide the truth, just to save their own job, that's
right. And
extremely illegal, right?
I agree. And I didn't want that being pointed out to overshadow the other issue, which was it appeared that LSPD was hiding evidence for a case. I'm going to be honest. I don't think anybody knew that evidence was in there, but the people that put it there.
That's why Ruby situation was resolved. I mean, it wasn't her decision. She was forced to take action. We're not. Look, marshals, just like this conversation that started with Alana, I'm not going to go and press charges on like evidence tampering or, press charges on behalf of Carmella. I, just like the other marshals, bring up the issues so that they can be sorted, right?
What do you mean Ruby was forced to put blah, blah, blah? Who forced her to put the evidence in a... Well, I think Oxby did it, actually.
There's whatever the fuck the allegations are, you know? Listen.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was never trained to put evidence in a command report like that. But, you know.
No, that's not what I meant.
Told.
No, okay. No, not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and on top of that, I know Ruby would never try to cover up anything.
I don't think Ruby did anything intentionally. I think it's just a
she did fuck up.
Mistakes.
You can't tell me she didn't fuck up. She absolutely did some dumbass fucking shit, and I don't care what anybody says. You don't put evidence in a fucking putting it in a command report. You don't put evidence from a crime scene in a command report.
Maxwell.
I'm just saying, Knight, you don't do that. Yeah, it's a fuck
that's
up,
what you did.
But I know it wasn't on purpose. What are you talking about?
Your statement, your damn statement is evidence.
King told me to put my statement in that report.
And Bill told her to put the and Bill told her to put the redacted statement up.
What's wrong with the redacted statement?
Wait, you don't know about this.
No, what I'm asking is
law enforcement can't just redact things on their own accord.
Okay. But even so, it was unredacted. So what does it even matter? This is like, why is the redaction everybody bringing it up to be such a big deal?
Wait, did you read the conclusion of the court case?
I did.
Yeah, so okay. Wow. You're aware that you can't just self-redact things, right? A redaction comes from a judge. So like, for example, let's say you needed to post something and you believe that certain things should not be put in there. You have to put that request in first. And then it is to the judge's discretion to approve it.
So you're saying that Bill is at fault for telling Ruby to redact something, even if...
No. I'm not going that deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
SOP. I'm trying to see. I thought he shared something with me, but I can't find it. I don't know. Listen.
I don't think Ruby did anything really that bad.
So putting evidence in a command report isn't that bad.
But you have to be fair here.
The lawyer thinks we purposefully hid in the fucking the casings and yeah, I figured you got in a car accident.
No, I'm trying to see the gas station.
The lawyer literally called me and was upset about finding out that the evidence was in a command report that he had no access to.
Sorry,
and wanted to know if I had anything to do with covering up whatever. People think that we hid that evidence in a command report to hide the fact that we shot, that LSPD shot.
It was a defense attorney, right?
Yeah, but what they think it was a cover-up night, not the redaction. They think that us hiding the evidence, us being Oxby and Ruby, hiding the evidence in a report, which I know they would never do that intentionally to like cover it up, but that's what it looks like to the defense. Does that make like that is what that attorney was livid. Like they think we were trying to hide that we even shot their client. Does that, you know what I mean? It was easily could be argued in court. Not a problem.
Look who it is.
But this report,
what's up, nerd?
This report was found with evidence and it wasn't posted originally, which is what
Why'd you come in
justice
all like
was
that?
mad about, right? The judge
Heard
that
I
we
was
didn't
coming in
share
miles, brother.
this
Yeah.
report and evidence
Frick, man,
until
I
they
heard your
fucking
jokes.
asked
You
for
don't
it
have to
because
standing.
somebody
I think
was
I do.
sifting through command
I'm the new
reports
Babylon
and
Frank, so you
figured
can't
out
stop me.
the evidence
I
was
heard
in a
your
command
Santa
report,
sleigh on the house joke.
which is
Yeah,
the
that was
only reason they
fantastic.
knew it even existed.
Fantastic. You
Or
because
maybe
you
it
have no
was
sense of
Ruby's
humor.
statement that said we collected the evidence. You get
I
what?
didn't look at any of it that deep.
But that I'm telling you, but the point is the civilians think that we are covering up them being shot. That's a problem, right? Now it looks worse because of how it was ruled, because it went to fucking summary judgment. There was no way you can't argue it. So it just looks even worse. And no, I don't think Ruby or Oxby intentionally did anything with malice at all.
Didn't you just say that you don't think she did anything bad? And you were like,
it's still bad. I don't think she did it with malice.
Yeah.
It's still bad. What I'm saying. Listen, the only thing Bill was supposed to ask Ruby was, why did you put the evidence in the command report? That is it. That was the only thing Bill was supposed to ask her.
And then as the prosecutor tried to fire her in front of me.
Huh? Who tried to fire her?
Holy fuck. Do you guys not communicate in LSPD?
Who tried to fire Ruby?
Oh my God. No way.
Right. I'm going to be honest with you.
I swear
think
to
that
God,
you are getting some fuck ass information.
It's on recording.
What's on recording?
Maxwell.
There's a recording that Ruby was going to be fired.
Oh my God.
Night. I swear to God, you have been fed some fucking bullshit. Okay?
Hey, every
bullshit.
Ounce of
and you just believe whatever the fuck people are feeding your ass. Like, I get Maze a fucking dumbass.
Okay, wait. Hold on. You're a cop, I'm a cop, right?
Yep.
If two people are making a statement, how do you know who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie?
You go to other sources that have knowledge of what's going on.
What if two sources are making a claim versus a crackhead? Who are you going to believe?
You're talking about Oxby and Ruby. I was in a conversation with them after the fact. Did you know that Ruby's the one who said, so you're pressing criminal charges? Not Bill. That was Ruby. The only reason you interrogate is if you're pressing criminal charges. The only time criminal charges came out of anybody's mouth was when Ruby said it. Oxby verbatim said that in a meeting the other day. Ruby spun this so hard, and Daddy Knight came to her rescue. Good fucking job.
Hey, listen, I'll be Ruby's daddy any day of the week if me and Shift 2 keeps on going. Right?
I'm just saying, nobody was firing her. Honestly, nobody was firing her. It was one question, and it got spun to some crazy shit, and Bill's gone.
Regardless of the semantics, right? Firing charges. Bill was the prosecutor on a case.
Because Ruby asked him to come help her.
And then when that same prosecutor, in lieu of a situation where he is still the owner of that docket case, goes and tells someone else they're gonna press charges. That's bad. You know that, right?
He didn't tell her that. She said pressing charges.
But then why was he fired?
Oxby fucking said that.
Wait, why was he fired then?
Because Ruby told Pred probably what she told you.
Oh.
Is that, yes.
Wait, so Ruby convinced Pred of it?
Yes.
And then Pred fired him?
Without even hearing Bill's side.
Oh.
And now we got to play politics.
Well, I don't know if you do. Like, I mean, it's not
like... No, we do.
You're making it sound like marshals are coming in and going to do something. I mean, what do you got?
I mean, I was told you came in and slapped your shit on the desk.
I did.
Like 10 minutes after their meeting. And I said, why the fuck did Knight show up? He's like, I don't know. One of them must have talked to her. And then we found out that she did talk to you.
But Maxwell,
but listen,
you do recognize that's...
Yeah.
You recognize that's my job, right?
No, I'm not saying I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Because at the end of the day, just to be clear, because like I said,
I know that's your job. I know it's your job.
regardless of whether it's internal or external or whatever,
Yeah.
if someone makes an allegation, especially within government, it's quite literally our job to go in there and investigate it. Doesn't mean someone did this or someone did that. That's why the investigation exists. However, if someone is taking action, right? If there's an allegation of action, like in this case, whether it's true or not, it is incumbent on a marshal to make it clear to those individuals that one is happening, and number two, that they should not be conspiring, right? So, for example, let's say Bill was gonna do it, right? Whatever it might have been, because like I said, most of the shit was dropped at the end of the day. It's still incumbent on us to go and say stop and then see what the truth is.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. Bill definitely fucked himself in his approach.
To be fair, are you really taking his side? Isn't the man, like last I heard, he's running around in a fucking diaper?
No.
So
what?
Versus Ruby York.
No, I'm telling you that you got some fucked up, twisted story like Pred did until we had a sit down and actually heard how it went down. Ruby's the one who threw
I actually went to Pred, by the way, to get his side of things, and he said he didn't know anything about it. Right? I swear to God, and and just to be sure, because I knew something dumb was happening, I brought Alto with me. He said,
"Oh my God!"
I'll tell you exactly what he told me. It's all written down and everything. He said, "I don't want a recording, which we record every interaction so that there is no Brian said this and Pred said that. No, that's why we put it on recording." And he said he didn't know anything about it. He said, and then he started inferring like he did, and I called him out on it.
When was it though? Because it's possible
the day he got
didn't.
fired. And also, when I showed that he knew about it,
I'm good.
He played dumb.
Hi.
And then what happened after that? Oh, he said, "Give me all your reports." I swear on everything.
I don't know. Listen,
so I get it. I do. I wanted.
I'm on the phone.
In fact, I wanted to talk to Bill. We got his statements, right? But then a bunch of other shit happened, and so we were not even able to get his side of it because he was being told, "Don't talk to us." So you know how bad that looks, right? So let's say Bill is innocent in all this, and there's allegations against him.
He needs to have a representative. Bill was told he needs a representative because we tell all our officers.
I can only tell you what was told to us, right?
Okay.
So
well, I told Bill, if you do talk to anybody, have a representative. That's it. Because nobody needs to just go talk to the marshals without having either a lawyer or their representative, command, whatever. Just have somebody there.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. And that's the only thing. Either way, I just want you. Nobody was going after Ruby. I'm just telling you that night because I don't know why it was spun. We need Ruby for shift 2, 1,000%. I would never disagree with that in a million years. 100%.
Imagine
I don't know why it got spun some kind of way. I think she wasn't happy he was a commander.
Imagine in the midst of this, right? Those that are looking into it are being told, "Give us all your marshal reports on it."
What?
Yes. It's all written down. I brought a second person taking notes.
I know the approach was awful on one part. I think there was a lot of misunderstandings, and somebody heard something and ran, and it got spun, and it just did, and it is what it is. It's over. Bill's gone, but again, I'm not saying he's not at fault. He 100% was a fucking idiot, and he knows that. I don't know why he's in diapers now, though. I have no idea. I haven't talked to him in days.
What did he do wrong, though? Like, even you're saying, like, he's an idiot, but what the hell did he do wrong?
I think just his approach, like going to talk to Ruby, and then again,
he never should have.
He was just supposed to ask a question.
Reason
and
it got
honestly,
worse
that
on
chief should
our
have done it.
side because the problem is that I think there is a belief that we're going to come in and start impeaching folks. The fact of the matter is, if someone puts in a complaint, it's like a civilian, we need to take it. And if,
I know that.
If people are obstructing that information, we have to go with what we got. And at face value, it looks bad when you're being lied to by the highest, position in that department, saying they don't know anything.
I don't.
We know they do.
I don't know what that's about. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just telling you that it wasn't. Nobody was firing her, and I'm going to tell you that because I don't give a fuck if anybody gets mad at me for saying that shit. Nobody was firing Ruby. Fred would never want to fire Ruby.
Of course
Nobody wants her fucking fired.
Of course not. I think Bill probably did it on his own accord.
And as much as people think I can't fucking stand Ruby, I honestly don't give a fuck about any of that. She does her job. Do your fucking job, and that's it. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's firing anybody. Bill is a fucking idiot for what he did, right? But also Ruby fucking spun shit so hard, and it doesn't matter.
I don't understand. She barely said anything. What? I don't think she spun much, right? And I don't think she did spin. She had a concern.
Well, the whole criminal charges thing and her getting fired was never said.
Are you saying that Bill was let go unjustly?
I'm saying I'm gonna hang this phone up. Okay.
See, I'm not going to do anything
no,
with this.
I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying that. No, Bill definitely is a fucking dumbass.
Maxwell, you were hanging out with Turner way too long. I just got to say. You got one cheek on one side and the other cheek on the other. You're saying Bill got fucked.
You think I'm going to tell you my full opinion? Do you think I'm fucking stupid?
I
that I'm going to tell you,
Director
Knight, who never talks to me, the first day we talked for God knows how long now, I'm just going to spill all my beans to you,
Did he
bitch?
get fucked or not? You know what I mean?
Whatever you want to think.
Look, just to be clear here, right? Nothing, even if Bill did nothing wrong, it's not like I can do anything about it. Anyone can get fired for anything. If I think someone pisses me off and I don't like them or I don't like their hair color, I can literally just fire their ass. This is an at-will state.
Yeah. I know.
But, I'm just kind of pointing out, you are a captain. You can demand things too, right? And it's not like you don't have value. You have, and if motherfuckers ain't listening to you about your shift, I mean, that's a concern.
I know, but I also have to follow orders, and I have people above me, and not all battles are worth fighting, Knight.
I fight everything.
I know.
Yeah, and so far I'm winning. So,
yeah, definitely.
I just got to pick my next target.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm glad you're so interested in the strip club and Alana. I already fired her once, Night. Don't think that I'm not afraid to fire her again.
I think you are, but that's another matter.
I'm afraid to fire her? She's not even active. When the fuck do you see Alana? Ever? They're literally fighting over Pred. I could give a fuck if Alana wants to be a cop anymore. I don't care. I don't have time for her drama or Carmella's drama. There's plenty of other things going on. I don't know, Marshall, and I don't know. Plenty of other things to do, okay?
Yeah, well.
This ain't it.
I don't know why you're downplaying my job. If someone comes to me and puts a complaint in, I'm going to put the report down, right?
I'm so glad that
I don't make it a command report or a senior report. Which, by the way, you completely deflected away. You said Ruby fucked up, but you're not admitting to the fact. And what I'm trying to tell you, and this is not me stirring or saying I'm going to do something about it. I'm literally telling you, is that if a situation happens, whether someone's lying about it or not, law enforcement need to be putting it into an accessible report. So the statement that you made
I don't know
should
what
never
Maple's
went in a command report.
King asked for me to put what happened so he could get context. Yeah. To me, it wasn't the report that was being FOIA'd.
No, I know, but it's kind of what Ruby did. She put She had put
God,
bullets
Daddy
in there.
Night.
You
Here
put
we
the
go.
statement, you know? And I'm saying that if she, as a citizen, is demanding a FOIA, that statement
and she's
is
gonna
evidence.
get my statement, bitch. She's getting my statement.
Out of the-
Don't
where
compare me to her
yeah,
putting
because I called
fucking
you.
blood and casings from a shooting and
It's
a
just-
goddamn
they're both
totally
evidence.
different. No, night, you just need to stop. I know that you love that.
You can't
think
just
that I hate
redact
her.
it.
I don't give a fuck.
That-
I don't care.
By the way, this is why the DOJ got access to those reports, right? Because he didn't know that their statements...
you have access to it because it's your job to make sure we're not corrupt pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's why he changed it. But that's why they had access. You know, that's why they had access,
No,
right?
that is not why. Angel, absolutely not.
No.
Angel told me it's because that she was wearing 2 hats and she needed to have access to the command reports as a marshal, not as a fucking justice. So that's not true. That's what she
Some
said.
things,
That's
I
from
believe
Angel.
her. She's my mom. All right? I'm not going to...
Well, I asked your mommy and that's what she said.
All right. Well, the second reason came afterwards. This is well after she was out of... is that justices needed a way that when someone went to court and let's say, for example, there was evidence that was not submitted, they have a means by which to know whether or not that occurred. Now, I don't believe they need that access. I think that if PD decides to do something corrupt, either intentionally or unintentionally, like, because that does happen, right? People are going to intentionally put it in, but or they unintentionally do it. They have a mechanism to say, oh, these things are missing. Now, I am of the philosophy they shouldn't, right? But I'm simply telling you, you know, some of that shit's still getting ironed out. But
no, I know that whole thing is not a big deal, for the record.
But now I gotta call y'all guys and be like, you have evidence in a command report. Which, by the way, that internal fucking communication tag is hilarious. Because technically it's not internal if it's evidence.
I know. Angel was crashing out about it a little bit too. I think it's because of what was said by DOJ. I don't know. I wasn't in this meeting. It got changed. Rhodes wanted it, or whoever changed it. So I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. I don't really care. I don't care. But I will. I'll make sure that Carmella's report is. She has a report to FOIA, and she gets it. Probably won't do it till tomorrow though, because I want King to handle it. So it's not, you know, just because my name's on it too, you know. I'll let him add in the stuff.
Yeah, if he's handling it, that's good. And yeah, like I said, he wasn't around today, which is why I reached out to you.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the whole thing was that big of a deal. I was a little concerned about DOJ seeing stuff. I just don't think it's fair for the work that these investigators do, and I just didn't want it to be fucking people that work really hard for stuff. Yeah. That's all.
I don't disagree. But
all right, well, I'll probably talk to you in the next day or two.
Yeah, if you think you need information, just give me a call instead of going through Pred, because that's not going to happen.
All right, we'll do.
So,
same.
All right.
Same traffic.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm going to have a chat with Ruby.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Take
Sounds
care.
good.
Bye.
Bye.
I was stirring a bit during the conversation. Night.
Clock Brandon Valentino's car going LG.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day, and you know, his case is going to be significantly more spicy, so maybe worth keeping an eye on him.
That's what I was just about to say, brother. I clocked him going to Elgin Clinton, killed him for a little bit. His car's parked somewhere around the echelon. I'm looking for it now.
Perfect.
I also think I saw another 2 cars parked somewhere close to the echelon. I'm gonna just pop on my usual spot and watch it for a while.
Sorry, I'm multitasking.
No, you're good. I'm just